Hello my fellow gamers and welcome once again to perafilozof City Skylines videos. This is a video where I will be continuing to build up a better Belgrade. The map I'm planning on was made by one of my countrymen, Filip Topuzic, and this is a map that covers pretty much the entire city of Belgrade where it stands today. For this city I have chosen not to obsess about efficiency, effectiveness, grids and so on. I just want to play around and see what I can make for it to be interesting. I started with no special mods, just filled all the houses to their maximum capacity, the 25 tile unlocks and the tree brush. I used some assets. For example, I have better crematoriums, I have better elementary schools with more capacity, which cost a little bit more, then a better balanced power station. For the start it costs less to build, but it produces just a little bit less than a coal power plant. Another type of a park, which is 8 by 4, you can see it here, it's pretty nice, has lots of these fountains, some trees, and lots of people gather here. There might be a few other things. There is this incineration plant and a super recycling center to switch out how I'm getting rid of the trash. There's also a large water pumping station to reduce the huge amounts of these pumping stations that I end up needing later on. In the previous episode I had made my first district. I had called it the Old Fort. The Old Fort is actually located here, but as I started here I can't really make a district over there. The industrial area is located here. These are one-ways leading down here and the one up here. There seems to be a nice hill over here, which I think I'm going to use for something else rather than zoning. I noticed some nice monuments that I could place here. I know I haven't played with any monuments or these unique buildings in a long time. Well, almost not even a little, since one of my first Let's Learn to play with those, so I'll be using much more of those in this city. I am going to switch over to a higher speed as soon as I figure out where exactly do I want to expand. If I look at the coverage from this hospital and I can see that I could expand the city a little bit further down here and up there. For that I need to remove the street, but if I want to keep this hill clear I won't be landing there, but I could expand over here a little bit more. The connection then would have to, well, it could remain here. I think there might just be enough space. Excellent. So the connection can be here, and then this one way would actually be turned into a two-way, redoing this one, and this one way then needs to continue going down here like this and then connect all the way there. So let's see how far can I take this, up to here, and then from here it can go here, but that would be a bit too far. I still need to connect with these things. Well, actually I guess I could take this a little bit further, but then again, if I have sewage pipes here and the water pumping stations, then I don't need a connection here. So okay, I'll go with it to be connected like this. This of course needs to be turned into the other side, so that the one way leads over here. This has now become a two-way that's open for zoning. I will have some commercial area here at the bottom. That would be here. I will just check how's the coverage. It spreads down here to this new street, so no problems, although the street isn't exactly at the best spot for good zoning, so maybe I need to bulldoze it first before I get a new zone here. Let's see. In order to get two zones back to back, it needs to connect like this, but then the park ends up being in the way. I guess moving it is pretty much the only option. It will take out some of the shops, but they will pop back up. Alright, and this will be leading here, and now it's proper zoned like this. I'm zoning all the way to the road. I'm not obsessing about whether or not any everything stops at those cross streets. Alright, and then you shop here, and then I can have some more zones. I'll let the game run and fill up these zones. So over here, from here, I can probably get another street to go here as a cross street and create more zones. Let's just try and fit it. There we go. The question is, will it be covered by services? I think we can see that right now. So the bottom of it will not be covered. Or will it? I guess I could increase the amount of money I'm paying my services, and then they may end up covering this area as well. So build it up all the way down here. Alright, and this should fill up all the rest of the zones, like so. Over here I need a one-way going up. I will draw it down, then switch the direction. There, and now just more residential. Now I have to be careful not to go too close to this, so about here, let's say. And over here as close as I can go. I don't think that the commercial is going to mind being close to such a building, to the power stations and the garbage dump. I think I need to connect here with another street there, and I will leave this empty. I guess I can add 2 lines of commercial, and that should be it for these zones. The coverage should hold down there, but it might need to be upgraded a little bit. So let's say 104%, 103%, 105%, and a little bit more park coverage, and now there should be enough coverage. Well, almost enough. In any event, the teams do want to walk a long time, a long path, and drive to an elementary school. Can they drive to an elementary school? I think because there are different kinds of teams that can go to school even if they're old, so they should be able to drive. I've played this game for so many hours and never thought about what's the age barrier for driving. I would guess the teens can drive in this game, or I mean, this was made by a European company, so it might be young adults who are the first ones that can drive and up. Alright, so now that I do have a new area, I can expand the industry as well. I was thinking about whether or not to expand here or over here, which is a pretty good question. Do I want my industry to be so much over here? I could have some specialized industry, I think. I saw it here. Yeah, this is generic industry, and this would be then ore, this would be farming, and this would be forestry. So I was thinking I could get a new area of industry and make it farming or forestry, because it does not pollute. So that could actually fit here depending on what's underneath. Alright, I see a lot of farmable area. This does not look farmable, but then again I do need buildings who are going to process the raw agricultural resources and send them to the generic industry to produce goods. I consulted the wiki, and there are 3 levels of goods. There is raw, which is called a primary, there is a secondary, which I called kind of half processed goods, and there are goods which is a tertiary product. So there are 3 levels of getting products. So raw would be forestry, agriculture, ore and oil. Then the refineries for oil, or the buildings who make something out of raw food and wood. And then you have the generic industry, which processes that have goods into the actual goods that are sold by the commercial. So if I have this area here as commercial, after that I could have an area made for industry. Let's just get rid of this part here, then get more streets. I don't wish to connect, just get close enough to the edge. And this will have to be, of course, extended down here to the new part. Okay, why am I using the small tool when I have the big one? Alright, and over here, like I said, a new district that can be agriculture industry. It's not gonna be called King's Fair, it's gonna be called the Carrot Field. I like carrots. I just hope I spelled this correctly. If I didn't, you guys can correct me in the comment section. Okay, and now for the final touch, turn this into agriculture. So now I can just zone industry here and it will pop up as agriculture industry. Whoops, not these areas here, nope. That should take care of that. That should take care of the teams who want to work in the industry as well. Annoying thing is that this area here is giving off these zonal squares, so I want to switch this and free up these squares here. And if I still want a connection here, I can use a highway ramp now that I have unlocked these. Now it works. So if I have somebody who lost his way, he can just turn over here and get out. Alright, this will start getting up instantly because I do have a large demand. The demand for commercial and the residents have been satisfied here. I really need to start speeding up the game. I know I've unlocked the bus depot, thank you. The income and the expenses are well balanced. The electricity will need to be increased if I want to build up more, so 95%. How about the sewage and water capacity? That will need to be increased as well. I think that there is a lot of usage from the agriculture area for water, so I will institute a water usage policy that should reduce the amount of water that is used up by the agriculture while freeing up some water for the other areas. I now have a far more residential demand and I will need to expand up here if I want to fill that demand. I think I can expand at least 1 or 2 streets. So again, like I did down there, I need to pull those. There we go. And that leads to, come on, over here. Now this just needs to be switched in this area here, and that's pretty much done, except I need a street that takes traffic out from here. Like I said, this hill I will not zone, so I will how do I think I can mark it with the industry, zone it like this, and then I know where not to zone. I will zone the rest with the standard combination. Alright, was this a one-way or a two-way? This was a two-way, so this goes up here. This was a one-way to the right, this will be a one-way to the left. This will be a one-way to the right, and this will be a one-way to the left. The industry can now be expanded as well. The generic industry, I mean, and I think even the other industry as well. Is this another hill? Yeah. Okay, so I won't zone there either. So no expansion to industry after all. Alright, how's the zones? The zones would go here and here. No zones here. Alright, is that everything? I believe it is. I need to check how much garbage I'm producing. 20% already full on this garbage. Landfill, I mean. And the zone, the district needs to grow here as well. Alright, now I do have a lot of traffic that is coming off with this one way. A lot of it is turning here to the left, and it seems even the trucks from the agricultural imports and exports are using these streets. Now this will not do. I will need to find another way for the agricultural industry to import. But the question is, how would I even do that? I mean, if I were to implement a heavy traffic ban, that would ban the traffic in this entire area. And you can see here it's a huge area, so they would not have any access. Good question. I guess for now I can leave it like this, but later on I'll probably have to switch this around, because education is too low. Well, education will take some time. I do have just enough capacity, and just enough capacity for this as well, actually a little bit less than necessary. But I should start employing the uneducated. Don't go there. If you're educated, don't go into into the industry that just needs uneducated. Very annoying. Oh well, they should become more educated soon with the addition of the high school. Oops, I seem to be running out of sewage capacity. Definitely need to increase that back to 100%. And the power also all the way to 100%. I may even need a new power station soon. And now that I've noticed this, I haven't covered these areas. Alright, that should now take care of the water and power. The education might take some more time to go up. And for all the commercial buildings to have their educated workers. But like I said, the power is going to become a situation, because I will not have enough very soon. Same with water and sewage, actually. What else do I need to build here? Well, I can expand because I have a demand. I will also need to increase the amount of garbage trucks and the money I'm spending on that. I will need to probably increase the coverage by parks. Or perhaps not. Maybe up here. Or, I'm not sure, are those giving off entertainment levels as well? The unique buildings, I mean. Trying to see shopping. Perhaps this could give off something like a park. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna quick save before I do this. Well, that did nothing. Interesting. And that was 10,000. Oh, I ain't building anymore if it doesn't have any effect. Interesting statue in any event. Guess I need an actual park. Alright then. Park in here. There we go, much better coverage now. Now the question is, where does one expand from here? And what's up with the workers? I seem to have jobs available higher than the population that I have. So definitely need to increase the amount of population, but where do I expand? That is a sensible question. I guess over here, I'm not sure, because there's no coverage from services, as you can see here. And the hill I am leaving empty for those monuments and stuff like that. I guess I could zone a little bit more here. But that's about it. Not sure even how good of a coverage I have up here. Yeah, not that well. So definitely don't want to zone there, but I think I can zone over here closer to the river. and that will require more power. Now let's see, 208 upkeep, 200 upkeep, 12,000 price tag, 34 megawatts, 20 megawatts, but this is clean, this is dirty. I guess we can go with another one of these. I also need to increase the amount of water that I'm creating and the amount of sewage that I'm dumping. Okay, that should provide with plenty of power and plenty of water, even more than I need, so let's reduce the budget on these things now. Okay, and this still way more. So actually this can go up a little bit and this can go more down. Now it's pretty well balanced. Alright, where do we expand? Like I said, I could expand over here. The pollution is centered here, so this area over here should be clean. The only problem is with the services. I guess I can make a new service hotspot here, and then that should cover everything here that is built. I think I could get away with some more generic industry here, or maybe not. I could build some other type of industry actually. Let's see. Yeah, I could do some agriculture over here, or just spawn, or just plop some trees and make a forestry industry. That's a good idea as any. I could actually do that here. Yeah, why not? Let's see. Use a Forestry Specialization. Use the plant trade tools. And zone some more industry, which is going to pop up as forestry. There we go. Pretty simple. I think I can get a road to go through here. Alright, after the industry, I guess more commercial. Then increase the size of these roads and add some residential. Let's see, the coverage from the services is still here. I need to start using the overlay and not the building themselves. So I won't even have to build more services right now, but later on. The one I do needs a connection. Let's see, one line. Oh, I have enough power and water. I think the water capacity needs to be increased. There we go. And just reached the busy town. Belgrade has reached busy town. What did this unlock? A lot of roads, some policies, oil industry specialization, level 4 buildings, and city-wide planning policies. Excellent. Let's get more residential. The question is, how far can I go over here? There is no service coverage here. Ah, really need to start using this. Okay, so no service coverage here. If I want to build more, services will need to go here. So this is as far as I should go with this. Now, these are two ways, not one ways, like I had over here, but I think they will work out as well as those up there. But there is no school here. Kinda okay, because these buildings do require only uneducated, and I am still missing around 300 workers. Hopefully these areas here will get filled very soon. Let's build up more of these roads so I can get a cross street here. This won't leave enough room for a 4x4. I'm thinking maybe more commercial, perhaps not. I'll just go with more residential. Okay, that should make sure that I have enough workers for all of these buildings. Let me see about the imports and exports now. I'm exporting a lot of agricultural goods. and only importing a few, while the industry is exporting goods, and I'm importing oil, ore, and even forestry. I was kind of hoping I would create forestry, not import more, but it seems I was wrong. Okay, have reached the end of this area. Why do I have such a high... Is this 10% unemployment? Why is it 10% unemployment? I thought it was 1%. The other one was so thin. I've got 10% unemployment. No wonder I've got such a high need for industry. Yeah, could have figured that one out myself if I had looked a bit harder. Okay, I think I've found a way to export more easily. I just need to do a small change to the roads. What I need to do is remove this and try and move the roads a little bit further down here, so that I can get a road connecting these over here. That would require going up a little bit. Stop doing that. Good. Now to get rid of the extra roads. Like I said, how do I export? Well, I need to first move the one-ways a bit further away. That would be like this. I guess I could have just one connection in here. Interesting. Just one import connection here and an export connection in here, and see if that leads only the traffic coming in to import what the agriculture industry needs and export it over through here. I think I could have achieved a better result if I had used the ramp, because the ramps are kinda primary. When the traffic sees the ramp, it's gonna keep using the ramp and not use the road that's right next to it. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Now all the traffic is going to turn here, none of it is gonna use over here. No, that's not what I want. Let's try and make them use the ramp. I'll get rid of this one-way street and use an actual ramp. Let's see if this works out. Nope, these ones are still using this one. Ah, there we go, they've started using the ramp. Excellent. That's what I was trying to achieve. Now the problem is most of the trucks are going through here and into this one. Again, I want to use the same trick and force them to use a ramp going through here. This is not a one-way, these are two ways, so that actually would not work. They will still be using this path through here. Let me get just the street over here. Haven't connected this one. That takes care of that. More agriculture here. They should really stay away from this street. No, or not. No, I'll leave them like they are. Okay, so I unlocked the crematorium now. When did I unlock a crematorium? Oh, here we go. New buildings. Police headquarters, fire station, power plant, and a hospital. Oh, but the modded crematorium got unlocked along with the hospital. Okay, I think I will start using it, because the cemetery... Just 8 people dead. Oh, I don't really have to then use it. I think the landfill is gonna be filled soon, and I need to start using the super recycling center. It has the capacity of 800,000 garbage. It has 40 garbage trucks, process rate of 160,000 per week, and no power output. It costs 2000 kilowatts to operate, 768 cubic meters of water, 45,000 initial cost, and 1,280 per week. To manage it, it's going to produce some noise pollution. I'm going to put it here next to this thing. And now the problem is you cannot really empty a landfill site onto this asset that the modders have made. So if I want to empty the landfill site, I will have to wait for the incinerator to be unlocked and then incinerate their garbage by emptying the landfill site. But I can reduce the budget now even further, because this thing has the ability to send out 40 trucks, and I do not need even close to that. I'm just creating 105 garbage units per week, while the capacity of this thing is 160,000 per week. So that would be about 70 to 80% of it is necessary to get rid of all the garbage, and I think I reduced its budget a little bit too much, so I'd be at 80%. How is the power? Almost running out of power, increasing this to 100 now. And how's the water? I could increase this a little bit further. Now, how are these areas over here? They probably do not have access to any parks. Yep, we'll need to build a park here. That will destroy one of the buildings here. Where then else? But I do have a park that's 8x4, and I think it could fit here perfectly. There we go. Modders come to the rescue once again. Excellent, and now I will just need another park over here. Let's try and build something nicer this time around. There we go. Coverage will be better once I get something else over here. What else do I need to do here? I think this area should be covered by a new district. I will call this area the Warriors Rest. The Warriors Rest. Sorry for my spelling. Okay, that's done. The industrial area. Actually, I could have renamed this as well. Tree line of oak. It's the first one I remembered how to spell. You guys could give me some suggestions as to how I could call these districts for forestry industry. You could give me actually tips on what would you like to call the districts in any event, not just the ones that I've already named, but the new ones as well. Okay, so new services will be have to build here if I wish to expand. I think this pretty much is enough for this video. Thank you all for watching, and please stay tuned for more.